One of the greatest questions you could ever ask yourself, deep divers, is, why am I here? Why are you here? Why is the cat down the road here? What's the meaning of life? Because once you know the answer to that question, you will know the secret to becoming your greatest version. This is truly going to be fascinating. Are you ready, deep divers? The cat down the road is, so am I. Let's go then. Let's go. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Deep divers. Shout out to all of you. And shout out to everyone who's joined the New Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Click the link down below. The meaning of life is so simple. Become your greatest version. Deep divers, once again, once you know the meaning of life, you will know the secret to becoming your greatest version. And someone sent me a long ass message. They're like, Ralph, some days I'm waking up and everything feels meaningless, pointless. Please make a video on what the meaning of life is. Have you found it? Do you know about it? Does the cat down the road know about it? Well, deep divers, alas, we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into this. This information right here is truly going to blow your mind and inspire you at the same time. Okay, I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation that so much good is coming your way. Just be ready to receive it. Thank you. Came all my way, deep divers. It's about time. And it's coming your way. It's about time. The meaning of life, okay? This is such an important question. And a lot of people don't ask it enough, deep divers. They're like, okay, I don't need to know about the meaning of life, but why is everything so meaningless? Why does everything feel so pointless, right? And this is a question which you really want to ask yourself every single day. What is the meaning of life? Why am I here? What's the meaning of everything? Because the more you ask that question, the more you'll be led to an answer. And you will be led to a secret that's going to actually help you become your greatest version. Okay? Now, the meaning of life for me, deep divers, is just to wake up all magical and fly and start, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And then raise the frequency. And then raise the vibration. And then take that. Send millions of deep divers good ass energy. Fantastic. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful, deep divers. I stumbled across the meaning of life, okay? And the meaning of life is so simple. It is so simple. It stares us in the face every single day. Now, I've realized that society tells us what the meaning of life is. And that's the reason why so many people have anxiety. So many people wake up feeling not good enough, neurotic, because they think the meaning of life is something so complicated. No, the meaning of life is just to breathe. That's it. Really, Ralph? Yes. Just to, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. And that's the reason why the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is, well, just to breathe in that good ass prana, baby, right? So there's something that Alan Watts says, which I absolutely love. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves, right? And that makes so much sense, right? Have you noticed, deep divers, in this world, so many people, they spend their entire day living in someone else's reality. They spend so much time trying to fit into society, trying to make sure everyone else is happy, trying to people please, winning approval. Other people's approval is at the top of their list every single day. I must be liked. I must be loved. And a lot of people think that's the meaning, to make their parents happy, to make their friends happy, at the expense of their own inner peace and happiness. What Alan Watts said is so pertinent, so relevant, so true. Because you see, I realize this, that actually the meaning of life is just to be. That's right. It is just to be. Now, this might seem too simple. Most people are human doings. But wait a second, we're called human beings. Every single day I remind myself that we are here just to be. Most people aren't living, they are merely existing. And we are here to truly be alive, feel alive, to be. And once you replace a human doing with a human being, you now tap into the meaning of life. And now you tap into the secret of becoming your greatest version. Okay, a lot of people wake up every single day asking themselves, like, why am I here? Why are they here? Why do I have to do everything the way they told me to do it? So, my life along my early journey, I would wake up, go to work, eat, watch some TV, and then repeat. I thought that was the meaning of life because that's what I was programmed to believe by society. Nothing could be further from the truth. You see, I talk about something called personal meaning. And in personal meaning, you realize that actually the meaning of life is something that you must give to it. There is no meaning of life except the meaning that you give to it personally. My meaning of life, deep divers, is different from your meaning of life, okay? The meaning of life is about you. What is your personal meaning that you ascribe to life, that you give to life? Because that's the meaning of life. And if you can learn this, everything changes for the better. There are so many people out there who feel less than. They feel less than every single day. They feel they're not good enough. They feel like they've got to be someone else. That's the reason why so many people have a fake persona, a mask every single day. And they've mistaken the meaning of life with winning other people's approval. The meaning of life is something that you must give it along your journey. For me, it's to be of service to humanity, to help other people become their greatest versions. And because I know this meaning, it actually now helps me become my greatest version. When you wake up thinking that life is pointless, life is meaningless, life has no meaning, the universe will say, your wish is my command, and it will present you evidence to make you reaffirm that belief. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you say, okay, life is meaningless, but I'm going to give it meaning by all the things that are valuable to me, of all the things that make life valuable to me. Like, I go outside some days, deep divers, I'm like, life is so beautiful. I see some butterflies, I see some birds, bees, leaves, some trees. I say, oh my gosh, everything has a reason to be here. If the universe didn't need you, you wouldn't be here. Slow motion this side. And I truly see the universe as a giant organism, and we are like cells, right? And therefore, the meaning of life is just to be, and be grateful that you are alive and you can be a part of this process. Like the Native Americans said, we didn't weave the web of creation. We are a part of the web of creation. We are a part of the web of creation, and we have to play our part in this organism by just being healthy, by choosing love over fear. And this is the meaning of life, right? Also, another person who talked about the meaning of life was Socrates. He said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Now, this is amazing. If you wake up and you don't really examine life, like question to say, oh my gosh, why is the world like this? It becomes meaningless. But if you actually strive every single day to ask the right questions, it will lead you to the meaning of life, which will lead you to the secret of truly becoming your greatest version. There's a reason why deep divers children, they wake up asking questions. Why is the world like this? Where did we come from? Who is that? What's this? And parents are like, be quiet. Just do as you're told. No, they come in with a curious mind because we are always here to ask, what is the personal meaning of our lives? The reason why is because this is going to be the catalyst to remind us what we're here to do and fulfill the mission statement so we can become our greatest versions, right? So there is a great story. And it's a story of a fisherman. A story of a fisherman, a Mexican fisherman. And it really describes the meaning of life so well, right? And it shows us how the meaning of life is so simple. That we are just here to be and live life in a very simple, pure way. Okay, I'm going to read it to you, deep divers. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to read it to you, deep divers? Let me read it to you. An American businessman on holiday was standing on a pier in a small coastal Mexican village loading gear into his fishing boat. He noticed a humble Mexican fisherman coming in and tying up his small boat to the pier. He saw that this fisherman had caught several large yellow fin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican fisherman on the quality of his fish. The American asked, "Where did you catch those beautiful fish and how long did it take you to catch them?" Pointing out to the direction in the ocean, the Mexican said, "Over there, only a little while this morning." The American asked, "Why didn't you stay out longer? You could have caught twice as many fish." "I have enough to feed my family today and have an extra fish for my neighbor," said the Mexican fisherman. The American asked, "Then what will you do with the rest of your day?" The Mexican fisherman replied, "I sleep late, fish a little while, play with my children, take a siesta with my wife, Maria. Then in the evening, stroll into the village, sip on some wine, and I play guitar with my amigos. Senor, I have much to do with the rest of my day." The American laughed. "You're in luck. I have an MBA from Harvard, and I can help you. You can spend more time each day out fishing and catching more of these quality fish. You could sell the extra fish in the market for profit and one day buy a bigger boat. With that boat, you'll be able to catch many more fish each day. With the proceeds, you will eventually be able to buy a fleet of fishing boats. Then instead of selling them to the middleman, you can sell directly to the consumer and keep additional profits. One day, you can open your own fish processing factory and sell directly to the grocery stores. You control the product, the process, and the distribution. You can finally leave this village, move to Mexico City, and one day LA, and eventually run your corporation from New York City as you expand the enterprise. We can be business partners. We could be business partners. We could be business partners. I can help you build all of this." The Mexican fisherman asked, "Senor, how long will this take?" To which the American replied, "In just 10 to 20 years, you could have all of this." "But then what?" asked the Mexican fisherman. The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. Once you have sufficiently expanded your enterprise, you can announce an IPO and sell the company's stocks to the public and become very wealthy. You would make millions. Millions, senor, then what? Asked the fisherman. Then you would be able to retire, said the businessman. And then do what, senor? Asked the fisherman. The American said slowly, well, then you could move to a small, quiet coastal village. You could sleep late, fish for a little while, play with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and stroll to the village in the evening where you could sip a little wine, play your guitar with your amigos. Deep divers. That was a slow motion. Slow motion this side. See, that really sums up the meaning of life, how simple it is. You see, we think that we got to chase society's expectations, right? Be in the rat race, work 12 hours a day, stress ourselves out. Well, the meaning of life is, once again, like I said, it's the personal meaning that you give it. The Mexican fisherman was so happy in his own life, just living a very simple life with his family, providing for them. That was his own personal meaning. The American businessman said, hey, you can even make more money. What are you doing? But eventually it would lead back to just moving to a small coastal village. So he had already found out the meaning of life. And sometimes we all know what the meaning of life is. Like for me, I grew up skateboarding. I love skateboarding. And anytime I'm skateboarding, I'm so happy. I'm like, this is the meaning of life, right? Just to have fun and do kickflips, right? And I realized that actually I was kind of steered away from that when I was working in the corporate world for many years. And I'm like, this is meaningless. That was meaningful, right? Because it made me happy. And when you learn in life to do what makes you happy, you will ultimately be led to the meaning of life, which will lead you to the secret of becoming your greatest version. So the meaning of life is what you give it. You see, I talk about losing yourself. The great psychologist Fritz Perls, the founder of Gestalt Psychology, talked about how if you really want to be a healthy, functioning human being, you must learn how to move out of your mind. And he explained that you do this by losing your mind and coming to your senses. And this is the actual meaning of life, to actually come to your senses. Well, you see, in Buddhism and other Eastern philosophies, they talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness, to become mindful, to become present, will help you arrive to the meaning of life. And this will lead you to the secret of becoming your greatest version. So every single day, if you want to find out the meaning to your life and realize, actually, wait a second, it's so simple. Lose this monkey mind and come to your senses. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That's the meaning of life. Just to breathe in and then out. And then for me personally, I love to help people. That's the meaning of life for me. I love to do a little samba, baby. That's the meaning of life for me. I love to share with the world. That's the meaning of life for me. What is the meaning that you ascribe to life today? You see, in life, when you remind yourself you're here to lose yourself to find yourself, you are here to have the most amazing life experiences and be immersed in the pleroma. Okay, that's a Greek word meaning the fullness, the totality of life itself. This is the meaning of life. Not to live in fear, but to live in love, to realize we're here for a very short period of life, and you have to make sure you are collecting moments and not things. And I've seen this is the meaning of life, and it's so simple. It is so simple. When every single day you connect back to your center, you connect back to your inner peace, you reconnect back to the greatness of who you truly are before the world told you who you are. This is how you discover the meaning of life and how, in essence, you find out the secret to becoming your greatest version. Every single day, remind yourself, this here is the Temple of Apollo in Delphi. Ancient Greece, okay, the oracle lived there. And on every temple in ancient Greece, it said, know thyself. You see, once you know thyself, you will know the meaning of life, and you will know the secret, deep divers, of becoming your greatest version. The more you know who you truly are, the more meaning your life will have. Because when I was lost, I didn't know who I was. I thought everything was meaningless. When I found myself, I said everything is meaningful. And now I became my greatest version. So every single day, deep divers, remind yourself, part of becoming your greatest version is to find your personal meaning. Just be, not a human doing, but a human being. And make sure every single day you are saying thank you. Just to see, just to feel, just to touch, just to be present. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. The secret of life is so simple. Don't worry, be happy. Say it again. Don't worry, be happy. One more time. Don't worry, be happy. You got it. Let's breathe. That was special. Deep divers, I want everyone to hit that like button right now if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe. Also, make sure you join the New Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content and for videos which are way too spicy for YouTube at Ralph Smart. At patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below. Deep divers, also check out the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart, on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. And Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, deep divers. You're going to love it. Also, check out the latest new book, the Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook. And of course, go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart, you can book that at ralphsmart.com/consultation so I can help you become your greatest version. The meaning of life is so simple. Don't worry, deep divers. Be happy. Do more of what makes you happy every single day, and you will stumble across the meaning of life. What do I love to do every single day? Woo! Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. That's the meaning of life for me. One love, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, deep divers, make sure you hit that like button if you support the real. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. Share this video with someone, okay? Let me know your meaning for your life, because it's different for each and every one of us. It's different for each and every one of us. What is your personal meaning for your life that helps you to become your greatest version? Put it in the comment section. And let me know how this video inspired you. Deep divers, it's one love. Peace.